Welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about the issue that is sending shockwaves through the world of the bold and the beautiful, a devastating twist in Liam Spencer's battle with terminal illness, a desperate disappearance, a final will, and a revelation that destroys the fragile peace between Hope and Liam forever. As Liam reaches his breaking point, he makes a decision that leaves his loved ones panicked, grieving, and ultimately divided. This story takes a dark, emotional turn that no one saw coming, and we're here to break it all down step by step. For weeks now, Liam Spencer has been living under the weight of a terminal diagnosis. The hope for a miracle had been dwindling with every scan, every update, and every failed medical consultation. The people closest to him, Steffi, Hope, Finn, Brooke, Bill, and Dr. Grace Buckingham, have done everything possible to offer support, find solutions, and keep Liam's spirits alive. But the clock has been ticking, and Liam knows it. Despite a brief wave of optimism, Dr. Grace Buckingham orders one more round of imaging, a CT scan, hoping against hope that the tumor has stabilized, or better yet, regressed. Instead, the worst is confirmed. The tumors are still growing. Aggressively. The scan is clear and indisputable. No medical treatment currently available can save Liam. No procedure. No trial. No experimental drug. The diagnosis remains terminal. With mere weeks left at best. Grace, composed as ever, delivers the news with the quiet grace that defines her. But for Liam, the finality hits like a freight train. There is no more room for false hope. No more time to wait for a miracle that will never come. Liam spirals into despair. He realizes that he is not only running out of time, but also out of purpose. The people around him have built their lives on the hope that he might survive. He feels like a burden, like a ghost haunting their homes with sorrow. He no longer wants his loved ones to watch him fade away slowly. He decides, finally, to let go. In the solitude of Steffi's guest room, where he's been staying throughout much of his illness, Liam takes a final, devastating step. He writes his will. Every detail is addressed. Personal letters. Financial directives. Legal statements. He signs everything with clarity and calm. The weight of death no longer scares him. It comforts him. He has accepted his fate, and now he chooses how to face it. But one clause in the will become the fuel for a fire that may never go out. Liam leaves everything, all his assets, investments, savings, and property, to Kelly, his daughter with Steffi. He leaves nothing to Beth, his daughter with Hope. No explanation. No mention. Just silence. Then, without alerting anyone, Liam disappears. He takes only what he needs. No goodbyes. No notes. No explanations. He simply walks away, from the house, from the town, from the life he no longer feels worthy to finish among others. Later that day, Steffi and Finn return home. The house is quiet. Liam's room is empty. His belongings are gone. His phone is off. Panic sets in instantly. They try to contact him, but there's no response. Hours pass. The fear becomes real. Steffi and Finn alert everyone. They begin organizing a search. Ridge, Brooke, Hope, Bill, Wyatt, everyone is contacted. The family spreads out across Los Angeles, checking hospitals, train stations, bus stops, hotels, anywhere Liam might have gone. But no one finds anything. It's like he vanished into thin air. The search consumes the entire community. Days pass. Still no sign of Liam. What started as a medical tragedy becomes a personal crisis. Everyone is afraid. Everyone is mourning the possibility that Liam may not want to be found, or worse, that he may have done something irreversible. Back at Steffi's house, Hope arrives, emotionally drained, hoping for any update. She walks into the guest room where Liam had been staying and notices a pile of documents on the desk. She flips through them, legal language, notarized signatures, and then she sees the headline, Last Will and Testament of Liam Spencer. Her heart stops. She reads quickly, scanning for mentions of Beth. Her hands tremble. And then the truth hits her like a blade through the chest. Liam left everything to Kelly. Not a single word for Beth. Not a cent. Not a sentence. Not a goodbye. Hope collapses into tears. This isn't just about inheritance. This is about rejection. About betrayal. About a man she loved, who once told her he would die for her and Beth, now dying with a silent erasure of their child. Hope screams, sobs, grips the edge of the bed. She cannot believe the man she once called her soulmate has now abandoned their daughter in death. Beth, who has always called Liam Daddy. Beth, who waited at the window for him to visit. Beth, who drew him pictures while he was sick. Hope is shattered. When Steffi and Finn return, Hope doesn't ask for news. She doesn't join the search. Her demeanor has changed. There's no more fear. No more tears for Liam's safety. There is only rage. She confronts Steffi with the will in her hand. She accuses Liam of emotional cruelty, of abandoning Beth in life and now in death. Steffi, equally shocked by the will's contents, tries to reason with Hope. She tells her she doesn't understand. That Liam was hurting. That maybe he was confused or thought he was protecting someone. But Hope doesn't want to hear it. She tells Steffi that she's done grieving. She's done searching. Liam made his choice, and it wasn't Beth. He erased their daughter from his final thoughts, and for that, Hope will never forgive him. As word of the will spreads, the divide grows. Bill is devastated. Wyatt is torn. Brooke is furious on Hope's behalf. Ridge urges caution, telling everyone not to assume Liam meant harm. But no one can deny that the decision to leave Beth out of the will was deliberate. The man who spent years fighting for his daughters has now destroyed the legacy he tried to build. And somewhere out there, alone, dying, and unreachable, Liam carries the weight of his choices, unaware of the storm his final act has unleashed. As the bold and the beautiful moves forward, the fallout from Liam's disappearance and will becomes the new center of gravity. Will Liam ever be found? Is there still time to correct his mistake? Will Hope ever let go of her anger? Or will Beth grow up believing her father never loved her? This isn't just another chapter in a family saga. This is the fracture of a bond between father and daughter. And the spark that reignites the war between Hope and Steffi, between love and legacy, between memory and truth. Next, we will dive deep into the latest emotional roller coaster unfolding in the world of Bold and Beautiful, where secrets unravel, hearts break, and unexpected alliances form in the face of life-altering challenges. At the heart of this week's drama lies Liam Spencer, who finds himself grappling with a devastating prognosis at the hospital. The air was thick with tension as Liam, alongside his steadfast supporters Finn and Steffi, sat in Dr. Grace Matthews' office, expecting perhaps a glimmer of hope. Instead, the conversation took a somber turn as Dr. Grace laid out a stark reality: there was no cure on the horizon. Her focus shifted to prolonging Liam's remaining time, presenting a harrowing choice between the quality of his life and the quantity of days he might gain. She detailed a grueling treatment plan involving radiation and chemotherapy, which could potentially slow the progression of his condition. However, she was candid about the toll it would take, severe side effects that could strip away his energy, his spirit, and his ability to be the father he desperately wants to remain for his children. Steffi, ever the fighter, urged Liam to consider every option to stay with them longer, her eyes brimming with determination. Yet Liam's hesitation was palpable, haunted by memories of his mother's final days, where illness robbed her of her vibrancy. He confided in Finn privately after the meeting, expressing his fear of becoming a shadow of himself, a burden rather than a beacon of strength for his family. This emotional struggle promises to be a pivotal arc in Liam's journey, as he weighs what truly matters most in his fleeting time. Meanwhile, across town, a storm of emotions brews between Hope Logan and Carter Walton, as buried secrets come to light. Carter, still reeling from overhearing Hope's seemingly wavering feelings, confronted her with a mixture of hurt and confusion. Hope, sensing the fracture in their bond, knew she could no longer hide the truth. With a trembling voice, she revealed the heartbreaking reality of Liam's terminal condition, explaining that her words were born out of grief and loyalty to a dying friend, not a lack of love for Carter. The revelation struck Carter like a tidal wave, his expression softened as he saw the raw pain in Hope's tear-filled eyes. In a tender moment, he drew her close, wrapping her in an embrace that spoke of forgiveness and unwavering support. They stood there, in the quiet of the Forrester Creations office after hours, vowing to leave misunderstandings behind and anchor themselves in their shared strength. Carter, ever the protector, promised to stand by Hope through this storm, not just as her partner in the present, but as her forever companion. Their renewed commitment shines as a beacon of hope amidst the surrounding chaos, reminding us of the power of love to heal even the deepest wounds. On another front, the tentative peace between Hope and Steffi has sparked a ripple effect, inspiring Brooke Logan to revisit her own fractured romance with Ridge Forrester. Seeing her daughter and stepdaughter bridge their long-standing differences, Brooke felt a surge of optimism. Could this be the moment to reclaim the love she and Ridge once shared? With renewed determination, she approached Ridge at the Forrester mansion, her words laced with nostalgia as she reminisced about their storied past, those glamorous fashion shows in Monte Carlo, the stolen glances amidst the chaos of family drama, and the vows they've renewed time and again. Ridge, however, remained enigmatic, listening with a distant gaze, his silence a fortress she couldn't breach. The tension was palpable until Katie Logan swept into the room, her presence a welcome interruption for Ridge. Unfazed by his reticence, Katie doubled down, aligning herself with Brooke's cause. She painted vivid pictures of Brooke as Ridge's true north, the woman who has always been his destiny through every trial. Even after Brooke excused herself, Katie's fervor didn't wane. She pressed Ridge to see the love waiting for him, her words echoing with sisterly loyalty. Meanwhile, Brooke wandered into the nearby staging room, her fingers tracing the fabric of a gown from their last joint runway triumph. She could almost hear the crowd's applause, see the flash of cameras, and feel Ridge's hand in hers as they took their bow. This poignant moment of longing adds a bittersweet layer to her quest, leaving us wondering if Ridge's heart will finally open once more. Elsewhere, a different kind of tension simmers as Daphne Rose finds herself blindsided by unexpected developments within the Forrester inner circle. Electra, brimming with creative ambition, pitched a groundbreaking idea to Daphne Rose, a luxurious line of gemstone-inspired perfumes to complement their iconic jewelry designs. She envisioned fragrances like emerald mist and sapphire bloom, each bottle a sensory reflection of the stone's mystique, marketed as the ultimate fusion of scent and style. But Daphne Rose, already on edge, dismissed the concept as a distraction from more pressing concerns. Her world tilted further when she learned that Hope had been reinstated at Forrester Creations, and that Steffi, her supposed ally, was behind the decision. The news hit like a betrayal. Daphne Rose had joined forces with Steffi under the unspoken agreement to edge Hope out, not welcome her back with open arms. Her frustration boiled over as she paced the design studio, the clink of her heels on the hardwood mirroring her racing thoughts. Later, in a quiet corner with Zend, she unleashed her grievances, her voice a mix of disbelief and anger. She questioned Steffi's motives. Had their alliance been a farce? Was this a calculated move to undermine her influence? Zend, ever the calming presence, offered perspective, suggesting that Steffi's decision might stem from a place of family unity rather than malice. Yet Daphne Rose remained unconvinced, her trust shaken, setting the stage for a potential showdown that could reshape alliances at Forrester Creations. Next, we will explore the remarkable journey of Don Diamont, a soap opera icon who has graced our screens for an incredible 40 years, navigating through dramatic roles and personal growth while facing fresh challenges as Bill Spencer on The Bold and the Beautiful. Kicking off this deep dive into Diamont's storied career, let's travel back to where it all began. 4 decades ago, in 1984, a young and unpolished Don Diamont stepped into the soap opera world with his debut role as Carlo Forenza on Days of Our Lives. This initial foray, though brief, was a baptism by fire for the novice actor. He candidly admitted in a recent chat with TV Insider that he was beyond inexperienced during those early days, barely grasping the demands of the craft. A particularly humbling moment came when a director publicly reprimanded him for lacking energy, a critique delivered in front of the entire cast under the harsh studio lights. Yet, this setback proved to be a turning point. Rather than shrinking from the criticism, Diamont saw it as a call to action. He sought out mentorship, diving into acting classes to hone his skills and build the confidence needed to thrive in the high-stakes world of daytime television. That raw determination caught the eye of Bill Bell, the legendary creator and head writer of The Young and the Restless, who had spotted Diamont's potential on Days and invited him to audition for a new character, setting the stage for a transformative chapter in his career. Landing the role of Brad Carlton on The Young and the Restless in 1985 marked the true beginning of Diamont's ascent in the soap opera realm. After a nerve-wracking screen test, he secured the part, and from his very first day on set, he felt a shift. Executive producer Wes Kenny approached him after filming, offering words of encouragement that lit a fire in Diamond's spirit. "You did great today," Kenny told him, a simple compliment that cemented Diamond's resolve to make a lasting mark. What started as a role showcasing Brad's physical prowess, often seen as the quintessential heartthrob with a penchant for peeling off shirts, evolved into something far more substantial. Over the years, Brad transformed into a formidable businessman, navigating corporate intrigue and personal betrayals with a steely edge. Diamont poured his heart into this growth, channeling lessons from his acting coach to add layers of depth to Brad's persona. One of his most cherished memories from this era was sharing this evolution with his father, who witnessed his son's progression from a struggling newcomer to a polished performer. Diamont recalls his father's blunt yet heartfelt feedback during a quiet family dinner: "When you started, you weren't that great, but now, you've become really talented. I'm so proud of how much you've learned." Those words, heavy with genuine admiration, became a cornerstone of motivation for Diamont, fueling his drive to excel even further. However, the soap opera landscape is rarely without its turbulence, and Diamont's tenure on The Young and the Restless wasn't immune to upheaval. After years of shaping Brad Carlton into a fan-favorite character, changes in the show's leadership brought an unexpected end to his journey in Genoa City. Following the passing of Bill Bell, new producers took the helm, and Diamont found himself phased out by 2021, a decision that stung after dedicating decades to the role. Yet, fate had a silver lining waiting just around the corner. Brad Bell, son of Bill Bell and the creative force behind The Bold and the Beautiful, saw an opportunity to craft a new persona for Diamont. Enter Bill Spencer Jr., a ruthless, larger-than-life tycoon whose cunning and charisma have become synonymous with B&B's high-stakes drama. Diamont embraced the transition with open arms, relishing the chance to sink his teeth into a character as complex and unapologetic as Bill. And just like that, history was made, he quipped during his TV Insider interview, a glint of excitement in his voice as he reflected on slipping into Bill's tailored suits and commanding boardroom presence. This pivot not only revitalized his career but also cemented his status as a daytime television heavyweight, proving his adaptability and enduring appeal. Now, as Diamont celebrates 16 years on The Bold and the Beautiful, and an astonishing 40 years with CBS soaps, he takes a moment to look back with a mix of awe and gratitude. 40 years, that's pretty wild to think about, he mused, his tone tinged with disbelief at the sheer scope of his tenure. He's quick to acknowledge the stroke of luck that has guided him through this journey, from that shaky start on Days of Our Lives to becoming a pillar of B&B. Diamont credits the countless opportunities and the faith shown in him by industry pioneers like the Bell family for shaping his path. Beyond the professional milestones, he treasures the personal connections forged along the way, late-night script readings with co-stars who became family, the laughter shared on set during grueling 12-hour shooting days, and the fan letters that reminded him of the impact his characters have had on viewers' lives. As he reflects on this monumental anniversary, Diamont also hints at the intense storyline currently unfolding for Bill Spencer, where he faces one of his toughest challenges yet. Supporting his son Liam through a harrowing battle with a fatal brain tumor. This plotline promises to showcase Diamont's emotional range, as Bill wrestles with vulnerability beneath his hardened exterior, navigating grief, powerlessness, and the fierce desire to protect his family at all costs. Don Diamant's 40-year odyssey through the world of soap operas is a testament to resilience, growth, and an unwavering passion for storytelling. From the greenhorn days of Carlo Forenza to the muscle-flexing early years as Brad Carlton, and now as the indomitable Bill Spencer, his evolution mirrors the dramatic twists of the shows he's called home. As he continues to captivate audiences on The Bold and the Beautiful, particularly with the heart-wrenching arc of Liam's illness, Diamont remains a shining example of dedication in an ever-shifting industry. Join us next time on B&B Spoilers channel as we keep you updated on Bill Spencer's journey through this emotional storm and uncover more behind-the-scenes insights from the world of daytime drama.